It's Mickey Freeman. It's Mickey Freeman. Mickey Freeman.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite shawty, Red Shawty, Queen Shawty, and the shawty of all shawties. And this is Talk Your Shit Shawty. I know I've been gone for a little minute. My birthday passed, my baby birthday passed. And I was just getting all that out the way before I came back to y'all, but I'm back. So last week, we was talking about co-parenting, baby mothers, baby fathers, and step-parents. A few baby mothers had a lot to say, I guess, because they felt like their side of it wasn't, I guess, expressed or discussed because it was two males on the episode. And that's perfectly fine. We could run this back, do it again with the females. I have not one problem. But my personal thoughts or my intake on the whole thing was, I mean, I seen when the men was coming from, but a little bit of shit was ja iffy. I think a co-parent, or what co-parenting is parents that are not together, that come together for the best interest of the child or the children. Is it still co-parenting if people together? Put a pin on that, because I really need to know. I don't know. Deadass. I feel like I've seen positive co-parenting, but I don't see it like often. And I kind of see it majority like when the children are older versus like when they're small, I guess, because you have to speak for the child opposed to the child speaking for themselves. Which I kind of probably get that though, because it's like you could say like what the child was saying, but it's like to hear it from the child's mouth, you know, themselves is like, okay, you really needed this, or you really said that, or this is really how you felt. So I kind of understand that co-parenting goes smoother once the child or the children get older. I asked the guys if they respect their children's mothers, or, you know, in the form of the children's mothers. And I respect my children's fathers if, you know, respect is given. I don't blatantly disrespect anyone. I don't care who you are. But I do show respect when respect is given. I feel like that's kind of a natural response. But I'm not disrespectful for, like, just for no plain reason. I asked them, do they think that the parent should be introduced to the significant other? I have never been properly introduced to anyone. I have never properly introduced anyone as well. But I think that needs to happen often. It's like, why wouldn't we all want to like come together like at this round table and discuss like the children? Like, you're going to be around my child if you're the step parent or significant other. Like, why wouldn't we all communicate like about the same child or children, like, and come together like about some shit? My relationship with my children's fathers, I wouldn't say it's like not normal. I can communicate all day. Like, I could care less. Like, I can voice an opinion, or again, I have older children who can speak for themselves. My younger child, he actually can speak for his damn self too, but he would have to call from my phone. I have no ill feelings towards either of my children's fathers. I can be friends with both of them. My oldest kid's father calls me, tell me about stuff. I'm like, damn, for real? Like, all right, whatever. Me and my youngest child's father, we're trying to reach that point. I don't know why we can't. Again, I have no problems with talking to anyone. Well, them. I had kids with them. We gotta speak about fucking kids. I'm cool. In a perfect world, like, all parties would be able to get together and actually communicate about the children. Because I think people lose sight of the fact like it is about the kids, putting personal feelings in it. Like, no, we too grown for that shit now. Like, is this benefiting the child? Is it helping the child? Is it not helping the child? All of us can talk and get this together. But if we cannot, I'ma say fine, but that shit is not fine. But in a perfect world, I feel like all parties should be able, mother, father, significant other, if they're around all the motherfucking time, step parent. Oh, and I do only feel like a step parent is legit when you're married to somebody. If I'm your girlfriend and you got kids, I'm not your child's stepmom. I would not let your child like be in any harm. If I'm eating, they eating everything I got, they got. But I would not like call myself their stepmom. I'm just your dad's girlfriend. Vice versa. If I get a nigga, no, you're not my kid's stepfather. We were married, yes. You are their stepfather. Even in the stages when you're my significant other, I feel like you should be able to look out for my kids. Teach them right from wrong when they're in your presence. If you eating, they eating, vice motherfucking versa. But no, the title step parent, when people do that shit like y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend, it's a joke. Ha ha. That's not the step parent. That's significant other. That's your significant other. That's it. That's all. I don't feel like children should select who you deal with. A lot of mothers do that. A lot of y'all be online saying wild shit like, if my daughter don't like you, then I can't fuck with you. If my son don't like you, I can't fuck with you. What do your child know about a relationship? If that person does not bring your child any harm, you would really not deal with someone because your child dislikes them for whatever reason. And your child here, they could believe you and daddy about to get back together, or you and mommy about to be. So who are you? I'm not going to like you. And you're going to be lonely as shit for the rest of your life. If you're content with being lonely, by all means, do you. I will not allow my children to single-handedly pick someone that I'm dating. If I feel like they're not good enough to be around my kids, we're not even making it that fucking far, period. I think parents don't be having a good selection on who they're picking to be with in the first place. Because if I don't trust you around me, why would I trust you around my 3? Not happening, sorry. Another question I asked was, would you be upset if like the significant other attends like the children's events? I don't care who's there. It's like, if we're supporting the child, like, why would I be mad at who's supporting my child? Like, the more, the merrier. I have yet to experience that again. On the other side, I did experience that. I was a stepmom. That shit is not easy. Bitter baby mothers are real. I had no ill feelings towards the children. Like, why would I? Mom felt, I guess, a certain way about me. I could give 2 fucks though. She was like, try to embed that into the children. One of the children was with the shits. The other one wasn't really with the shits. I don't get why people do that, baby mothers or baby fathers. Like, what would be the goal for your children to dislike the person who their parent is with? What do you get out of that? That's kind of weird. You need to check yourself in. But and I was trying to like come to things and like support, and the mother didn't like that. Don't know why to this day. Don't care why. I think that's mental illness. Should be admitted to a doctor soon. But personally, I wouldn't care if my children's father, significant other, wanted to support my child in one of their activities, you know, football, dance, whatever the children are doing at the time. I really wouldn't care if you want to support the child. To this day, I don't get what people say. I don't I don't get what they mean when they say, like, ain't nobody gonna raise my kids, or my child only got one mother, or my child only got one father. It's like a duh. But it's like, what happens to the, like, it takes a village thing? Like, that's not, like, a thing no more. Which leads me into the fact that when I ask, do you think if step-parents should parent the child? Yes, if a child is doing something incorrectly, why would I sit there and let the child do something incorrectly? Putting your hands on a child is totally different from actually having, like, teaching them right from wrong. I wouldn't whoop a child's ass that's not mine unless it's like family. I'm whooping my family's ass. But I feel like me saying that is like I'm saying the child, not my family, but I will probably leave that up to the dad that I'm dealing with, or I would like for my significant other to, like, leave the ass whippings up to me. But yes, I feel like a step parent should be able to tell the child what's right and what's wrong. Like, why would I be sitting in their face and allowing them to do the wrong, or why wouldn't I correct them? And if you don't want somebody to correct a child if they're doing wrong, it's like, I don't get why you wouldn't want that. But there you have it, everybody. Next time I will try not to stay away from y'all for so long. It was my birthday, shit. Like, what you wanted me to do? But this was your fave shorty, Red J Shorty, Queen Shorty, and the shorty of all shorties. And this is Talk Your Shit Shorty.
It's Mickey Freeman.